Welcome back! Today is the day all of our stuff from storage comes. The sideboard going in, I'm so glad it wasn't us carrying that in because it is heavy. And our sofa into the conservatory. And when I tell you everything in this house is a perfect fit, look at that. Bureau fit perfectly and the sofa fit perfectly. We were worried we'd have to take out a piece. Gorgeous front rooms coming together nicely, the green sofa. Looks so good with the walls. Ooh, careful with the TV. And our furniture graveyard of where we don't know what to do with everything is in the garage. Lots of spare desks and chairs. And our portable aircon. So we had to get all of our stuff in from storage quite quickly and set up ready to live in because we're about to get a visitor. Let's meet Lila! We had Lila as a foster dog for a couple weeks. Oh, isn't she gorgeous? She was so friendly and so lovely. I was so happy to have her for the 2 weeks that we did. And of course we had to show her around the garden. Clips of Lila are probably quite long for a renovation vlog, but I don't apologise. Who doesn't want to see more dog videos? Trust me when I tell you, in the 2 weeks that she was here, she must have sniffed every single inch of that garden. And she very quickly settled in. That was her favourite spot and cuddled up with us each night. Then we finally got our white goods delivered. Well, our washing machine and dryer and the deep freezer. And Mum's bed got built. She wants me to say it is a king that she built by herself. Well done. Now, Mum's room was pretty sorted, but now it was time to get onto mine. I had to move a lot of stuff, and we used my wardrobe as a makeshift storage of all the stuff that was going into the loft, like all the Christmas decks, because we are getting our loft ordered and ladders put in. But until then, in my wardrobe it is. And now with everything pushed into the middle of the room, I am finally painting. I don't love this wallpaper. It's a bit pink, hence why I'm painting over it, but we didn't want the expense of removing the wallpaper and the risk of having to reskim the walls. So I'm just painting over it and you can still see the texture underneath. I don't know why I keep on insisting on using a very small roller to do whole rooms, but it got the job done in the end. the side of the wall that I had done dried, move all the furniture back to the other side so that I could paint the other side of the room. Sorry about the lighting in this clip, but I just had to move all of my stuff at night time, and I was clearly overconfident and excited because, of course, my clothing rack fell and I had to put it all back on again. That the night before was so that I had room to assemble my bed. Looking back, I definitely shouldn't have left the mattress right behind the bed beforehand, but I eventually got it into the right position. And that is my setup until I get my wardrobe sorted at least. But I do have a question. Where should I put my vanity? In front of the window, on the TV wall, or, and again, it fits perfectly in this little nook. And of course I had to show you Lila's happy zoomies around the garden.
Artlist.io.
Since we weren't getting the bathroom renovated just yet, we had to make do with what we had. So Mum gave everything nice clean. These before and afters just do not do it justice. In person it was incredibly different. Felt so much cleaner. Then we had a mini fridge delivered from Amazon. But has anyone else had this problem before? The door came completely misaligned. Not only did we have to yank it open, but it wouldn't close again. You can see the door shelves were kind of ramming into the frame of the base fridge.
I'm not going to swim because I don't want to break it.
So I had to go straight to Curry's for a replacement. Next we had our house cameras installed. One for security of the outside, but also, as you saw, to keep an eye on Lila. And now Mum is getting to work in the garden. for the warmer weather, Mum set up her new lawnmower. Now it was finally time to decorate the front room. I built the second bookshelves and we added some lighting to the top because our ceilings are actually quite high. Look at how beautiful and cozy it is. Mum went to Floor Giants to pick out our downstairs flooring. But then this happened. And no, that's not from rain. We were really scared we had a burst pipe under the patio, but we realised it was after draining the bath, so this was us testing Ethereum. Yep, we watched it raise up on the patio. So we had to get the plumbers in to rod the drains and see what they could find. And the drains were quite clogged with the moss and debris from trees and our roof. So we had to clean that out, and it was a lot better after then. But there's more on this issue in the future, so keep an eye out for the next vlogs. Mum got to work in the conservatory planting all of her plants. We're growing a lot of tomatoes this year. And in front of the greenhouse are potatoes. I'm not sure what she's put in there, I can't remember, sorry Mum. But we got our first flower bloom. Isn't it gorgeous? And that was our last day with her. Those 2 weeks flew by, and before we knew it, we were really missing having a dog. And Mum found Alfie. So she met him, and then I met him, and before we knew it, we were bringing him home. So welcome Alfie to the family. He's so cute. But we didn't have long with him before our bathroom started getting renovated. So there's the floor protectors and a reminder of the before, but you're going to have to wait till the next video to see the progress. But here's a sneak peek of everything being ripped out and the skip being delivered, because there's a hell of a lot of rubbish during renovations. But here it is, the empty carcass to start completely from scratch. You'll have to follow along on the next video to see how it turns out. But I just want to take the time to thank you for whoever's watching and following along our renovation journey and whatever else we decide to film and post as well. We only started this channel so that we could show our friends and family in Australia, but we're sure that there's some strangers watching as well, so thank you for supporting, and we'll see you next time. Love you, bye!